Hi everyone, this is Angela from Hemisphere Dancer Wellness and Travel. I'm happy to have you join today for a short flow that's going to use some different props. So today what we're going to be using is a small ball, a TheraBand or any stretchy band, and a stretchy loop. If you don't have a stretchy loop, what you can do is you can take a TheraBand and you can tie a knot in it to make a loop, and you can use it that way. So we're going to go ahead and begin laying on our back, and the first thing that we're going to use is the ball. So we're going to take the ball in the knees, and we're going to start sitting nice and tall. To warm up our back, we're going to reach the arms out, and we're going to exhale, rolling back down through the spine. When we get to just the base of our shoulder blades, we're going to inhale and exhale, rolling back on up. Try to go nice and smooth. This can be really challenging because we have a lot of tight spots in our low back. So you can always, if you feel like you're getting stuck somewhere, you can take a rolled up towel and put it right at that place where you're getting stuck so that you have something to push a little more into to help come back up. Also, you can always go ahead and lift the legs a little as we roll back up, so that that helps with that return back to sitting. We're going to do two more in the center. Exhaling on the way down, inhaling, and then exhaling to roll back up. Same thing, watching shoulders stay nice and wide as we come down, and then coming back up. From here, we'll take a little twist. We'll twist to the right side. Same thing, exhaling on the way down. Inhale, exhaling to curl back on up, and we'll go to the left. Exhaling on the way down. Inhale, back up, over to the first side again. Inhale, exhaling, back up. And same thing here. If you feel like you're getting stuck, you can always lift the legs. Exhaling back up, one more time each side. Exhaling on the way down, or you can always put that towel or that rolled up towel right where you feel like you're getting stuck in your back to help give a little support, something to press into. And back on up. Let's take the ball out from the legs. Just take a little stretch forward. You don't have to go real far down. You can just let the head do a gentle shake no or not yes. If you want to, you can try and reach out for the feet or the legs. And then we'll come back on up, and we're going to roll back down through our back, bending the legs. We're going to take our right leg to the ceiling. Left leg is going to, it can be bent or it can be lay out to the floor. We're going to grab that TheraBand. We're going to place it around our right leg. We're going to use this to help us with some single leg circles. What we're trying to do right now is get the top of the thigh to relax. So I'm just letting the weight of my leg rest into the band, and then I'm going to let that leg circle around. What I'm trying not to do is let any movement happen in my lower abdomen area. I want to keep both hips rooted to the floor. I'm using my breath, my exhale, as that leg opens wide away from my center to help me keep my hips rooted. We're going to reverse direction with this leg. Exhaling around. Exhaling on the way down, inhaling, coming back up. Still both sides of the hips really level and rooted down. One more in this direction. And then just to do a little work for the ankle, we'll take a little flex and point of that foot. Trying to keep your leg as straight as possible. So wherever it is, however far back, it can be here if that's where it needs to be, or even lower to keep the leg straight. Wherever it is, we're going to just want to, as we flex and point, keep that leg as straight as possible, especially so we can get a nice deep stretch through the back of that leg as we flex those toes down towards us. And then let's go ahead and bend that knee into the chest. We're going to take it out, that leg out, let it do a little shake out side to side. And we'll take our second side. And we'll take the band around the ball of the foot. Once we have once we've got the leg in, we'll go ahead and take a small circle, exhaling down, inhaling up and around, exhaling down. Again, my leg can also be bent so that my foot is flat on the floor, knees bent. If I'm having this version, It's a little bit easier to keep the hips stable, but what we want to watch is that this opposite knee doesn't do like what mine is doing right now where it's wagging in and out. I want to try to keep that knee from moving around. And then I'm going to reverse direction here, sweeping down and back up. And again, what I'm trying to do is soften at the top of the hips so that my leg can move freely without moving the torso. One more time. And then again, I'll go ahead and do the flex and point of the ankle, warming that ankle up, giving a little deeper stretch through the back of the leg. And whatever height of the leg is fine as long as that leg is straight. And one more. And we'll go ahead and take this leg on out. I'm going to use the band. Actually, no, I lied. We're going to use the small ball. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this ball up towards the ceiling. We can even take it back a little further overhead. We're going to round our head and shoulders up to look towards the legs for our single leg stretch. And we're going to exhale, reach out. Inhale, exhale to change. We keep changing. Every time I change, I exhale. What I want to keep doing is pulling my low core in. We can take the arms a little lower. That will help not be as much of a challenge on the low core. We're going to take it one more time each side. And then we'll rest back down and place the ball down to hug the knees to the chest. Similarly, we're going to hold the ball again, and we'll take the arms up, and we're going to do we're going to take a little tap twice to the ball. Tap, tap, change, exhaling, and change. So again, my ball can be where it needs to be to have the leg hit it. Depending on flexibility, we want to try to keep these legs as straight as possible. One more, and one more left. If I'm feeling any of these in my head and neck, I want to do them with the head and shoulders down on the floor so that I don't teach the body that we want the neck to do the work. We want the core to be able to do it. So we're going to take one more time. We're going to come up. This time we're going to take a little twist, reaching that ball and those arms past the leg. Inhale, exhale to twist. Exhale and twist. Exhale, twist. And shoulders can be relaxed. I can also do this with the head and shoulders down. It is definitely still going to work the obliques. It's going to keep my core actually a little bit stronger, deeper, I should say, working my more deep transverse abdominals along with my obliques with my head down. Last time, each side. And then we'll rest on in. From here, we're going to take the ball in between the ankles. We're round up. We're going to pass the ball. And away. Passing it back and forth. And pass. 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 And pass. Good. Resting down from there. We're going to take the knees to the chest. We're going to take one more abdominal exercise. Going ahead and putting both feet into the band. I'm going to round on up. I'm going to press both feet out and away. Inhale, coming back. So you could still use the ball here in between the knees. So this can be done with the head down, pressing out. Inhaling, coming back out again. The goal of this one is a couple things. One, while the legs move in and out, this torso stays nice and steady. The other thing I'm trying to think about is that when my legs come back in, I'm working on resisting the band. So I don't want my legs to just all come back in. I want to push out. Sometimes I count in my head, 3 counts out, 3 counts back in, just so I know that I have the same resistance working in both directions. And one last one. Good. And then we'll take that ball. We're going to take that TheraBand. We're going to go ahead and roll on up to sitting. And we're going to come down to laying on our belly. So for this part, we're actually not going to use any props at the moment. We're going to take the arms out a little bit wider than your mat. What I want to think about is I want to try to press my pubic bone down towards the mat so I lift my belly up, lengthening my low back. We're going to do a little work for the upper back, upper and mid back. Inhaling, pubic bone stays down. Little hover of those hands, exhaling to lower down. And then again we go a little hover, lifting those legs, exhaling back down. And again, inhaling, coming up, exhaling down. And both legs lift. Again, I want to try to keep this length so I'm not lifting as high as I could, where I drop into my low back, keep that core strong. Upper body, again, arms can hover a little bit. Shoulders are away from the ears, so we're not shrugging up. And then lower body. One more time. Upper body. And one more time, lower body. We're going to take it back to a child's pose. Just sitting back over the heels. I like to take my child's pose with my knees a little wider and my toes together. And then we'll go ahead, come back on out. We're going to do a diagonal stretch. So I'm going to reach my, I'm going to lengthen my low back first, reaching my pubic bone down towards the floor. And then I'm going to reach my right arm, left leg, nice and long, not super high, more long than high. And then I'm going to change sides. Re-engage my abdominals, lengthen out, right arm, left leg, nice and long. And resting it back on down. From here, we're going to take that one more time each side, reaching long stretch. Shoulders are away from the ears as I reach out and down. My head is lifted a few inches off the floor, but I'm trying to look more downward than outward. I don't want to shorten my neck like that. Now we're going to take that in sets of 3. So we're going to go again, re-engage your core, lifting the abdominals in, pubic bone towards the mat. And we go right, right, rest down, left, right, rest down, right, down, and left, back down, right, back down, left, down, last time, right, down, and last one, left. Go ahead and press back off again to that child's pose. We're going to come on forward to sitting. We're going to take, this is where you either want the looped band, the stretchy loop, or you can take your TheraBand and tie a knot in it. We're going to take this around the, just above your knees. We're going to do some side work. So we're going to lay down on the side of the body. We're going to lift our top leg off just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and lengthen it out. We want to keep the side of the body long. That's the part between our ribs and our hips. We don't want to let that scrunch on in. Some lengthening here causes me to do a little lift up on the bottom side. And we're going to swing that leg forward and back. And again, it's going to come forward and back. Forward, back. I want to keep my core really strong. Back. One more time. And then from here I'm going to do small lift and lower. Again, I don't want to go so high that I scrunch in this area where my hand is. I want to keep lengthening my leg like somebody's there with their hands on my ankle, kind of pulling my leg even longer, especially on the way back down, lengthening out so the side body stays really long. And flexing to lift. And one more time. From here, we're going to take both knees stacked and bent and do a little open, close, open, open. So on the way down, it's not going to close necessarily all the way, so you can keep a little resistance. And open. Two more. Last one. From here, let's come onto our back. Just take your right leg out of the band for a minute, as that was the one we were primarily working. Cross it over, give a hug in, breathing into the hips. Can add a small rock side to side. And then we'll set up to take our second side. So swinging around. Again, loop just to the top, top of the, right above the knees. Laying on down, letting that head rest down on your arm. Trying not to prop your head up like this. Again, that's just not as good neck alignment, and we want to keep the head and neck nice and long. Hips are stacked. We're going to take that top leg, lifting it just a few inches and extending it out. We'll swing it forward and back. Swinging forward, using that core to stay really strong. Exhaling in one direction, inhaling in the other. I would focus on trying to think about your exhale, where you feel most wobbly. Exhaling to help keep you more stable. Some schools of thought teach exhale forward and inhale back. Others teach inhale forward, exhale back. So really finding what makes you feel most stable in this one. One last time. And then we'll do a little lift and lower. Again, that side body stays really long. Last two. And then we're going to go ahead and bring both legs forward, and we'll lift that bottom knee opening. Open. Again, while I'm doing this, I want it not to be my leg and my hip, but I want to isolate and just have it be the leg, even if that feels smaller. That's going to target this area, these glutes, top of the hamstrings, rotators in the hip a little bit more specifically. Last two times. And then we'll go ahead and we can take back to our back, both legs coming on out and crossing the left leg over this time. Just hugging in on that right side, feeling free to add a little rock side to side. And then we'll roll on up to sitting. And for today, that's where we'll finish, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Please remember to follow us here on YouTube at Hemisphere Dancer Wellness Travel, and also on Instagram at the same. You can also check out our website for more information about upcoming Pilates retreats or virtual trainings. That is hdwellnessandtravel.com. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.